everyone, I'm Angel Wu. Welcome to Taiwan is my home. We visited many newcomer friends who fulfilled their dream in Taiwan. They're attracted by the goodness here and chose here to fulfill their dream. What's good about Taiwan then? Today, our first guest says, Taiwan allows many new things to grow in a Chinese society like Taiwan had democracy that others don't have. You can picture or sign, you can sculpture on different products. So needn't to be a computer expert, don't even need to have design background. Oh, my writing is ugly. Not stylish at all. No, not at all. Huang emphasizes most importantly is to do oneself. Yes, right. Then can send it later. Receiving this mail is a laser cutter. Later, these 5 words will become the cover of a small notebook. Of course, skilled people can show their skills in more places. Some do clothes designing, costume design. They actually have some paper that can cut through laser cutter. Huang taking out from shelves many treasures. This is when I cooperate with a Japanese designer. The hand-drawn picture. You can carve on some skateboards. These patterns can use jeans too. So customized, don't need to ask for characters, could be done oneself, even could turn into daily dishes. Just now the picture that you drew on the iPad, actually that can, the picture sculpt on the glass. Or say the planner is too simple. Huang prepared a 3D printer too, to help you turn thoughts into 3D, but he don't sell 3D printing or machines for laser cutting. This arrangement, what we are promoting is a DIWO culture. We call it DIY before. But many times, DIY is done at home. But many times, when there are creative thinking, you need to talk to different people to chat. The thinking is to do it with others. Besides gathering thoughts when facing technical problems, one can seek help here. Huang said if the ideas are not too concrete, can make it grow slowly here. Why would we have this project is hoping people who sit there can see to what others make. You would notice many all came, yes. He'd ask, hey, this, what can I do? Many times it's like this. Can sip a coffee too. What Huang is taking up is a cafe, and it's a cafe that is exquisite about beans grinding to brewing. The humidity every day is different. So the measurement and powder, temperature of the water filling every step would be different. He said he drank it for refreshment in early times, but later he went to investigate the knowledge in it, can't go back, and coffee for the customers need to see everyone's needs. To arrange, Dongyuan would. Dongyuan that he's talking about is his cafe partner and coffee teacher Lin Dongyuan. Searching coffee history that is booming in these 10 years, you must see this name. When Lin had a speech in Hong Kong, he asked for a teacher enthusiastically. That time, I said if he is willing to, I would move to Taiwan. Yes. I see, yes. When he said that, I thought he was kidding and he thought I was joking. But after 3 months, it really came. So he could only teach me. But that isn't the first time for Huang from Hong Kong to leave home. When he was 12, he alone studied in American boarding school. Because I don't have siblings, so the biggest motivation then is to grow up with children at the same age as me. Huang said he knew his mom can't bear it, but parents still let him to make decision himself. That time, there is a concept saying, the decision that you make, you have to take on that responsibility too. The logic thinking, even now to this day, actually, I'm influenced. Than the construction of Harvard. With city planner bachelor, going to international office seemed like a perfect life path, but after he joined some city planner, felt not enough. Now really making the city change, it's the software part, humanity industry, and the local culture part. These are the software part. Many times company won't touch this part. But leaving to do these things would mean to give up the good salaries. Huang said that he discussed with his wife his other two things. If I don't do this today, would it be better to do it after 5 or 10 years after? The answer is no. Because we might have kids then. Then the second question is, if our whole life don't have a chance to do this, would we regret? Yes, so these two questions found answer. Just do it. But talking of humanity industry linked with local, what kind of business would it be? What Huang thought up is a platform to practice and think up ideas. There is a small coffee corner. Then going to Tokyo once, he is shocked. When I see it, actually the first thought is, oh God, there's someone doing what I want to do, even better, I imagined. What Huang is saying is Japanese stockholder who opened first Shibuya shop. It's a working shop and an exquisite cafe too. The second thought is actually in the world, there wouldn't be just me and him having this thought. Actually, I believe there are many other people and places in the world who have to use this way to represent. And the boss in Tokyo thought this way too. Then let everyone's shop dispersed, linked to a network then, so the Taipei shop here appeared after 11 months. Then in Barcelona, the newest is Bangkok. That process or the people who I meet make my plan go much faster than I imagine. Actually, this is the part that I'm quite surprised about. Yes, because, but I really didn't thought of it. You can imagine, I just opened a small cafe and never thought I can grow in such speed. Because of this place, consistent with DIY trend, an era that don't rely on standard goods is coming. Huang said, compared to Hong Kong, Taiwan is a place that can adapt new things and slowly grow. Compared to Singapore, maybe the environment is not that complete, but in his heart, there's a feature that Taiwan have that brings back to some years ago when he's still in the big company ever worked in Taiwan then. Had to work overnight, so with some colleagues, two Taiwanese colleagues. One is a Chinese who lives in Hong Kong for long, talking with me. Sometimes talk to a part, actually discovered Taiwan is the only place that have democracy in the Chinese district in the whole world. That thing say, maybe without thinking, maybe it's nothing, but the ratio is 60-1. This means if you are a Chinese, you are the only one in the 60 people that can live in a democracy community. I think this is the most important. So, yes, right. Now with ones in front of TV, do you also can't speak but not has to? Though making mistakes sometimes, though noisy at all times, this is achieved by many people's time. So do you say it's not successful? I think there is no answer, but yes, it's all right. I think I can contribute to. Actually, after then, employees said good that he have such thoughts. Having some breath taken, Huang still can't bear his uproaring emotions. And he say, oh, can Chinese have democracy? Yes. But I think this problem is boring. Why do you press yourself so low? Living in so many places, Huang had expectations toward Taiwan. But the development of political culture and the economical support, the world is changing, and so does Taiwan need to, and he hoped to contribute to this. We try to use this platform to attract different creative people from Japan, from Amsterdam, for all places from America. Hey, cool. So the last open hacker discussion, we have speakers from Hong Kong and America and Japan. There is a discussion tonight. The speakers Itamaki from Japan, director of musical instrument company and famous DJ, seem like a different field with 3D printing, laser cutting again. And everything like designing field, we hope to have corporations from different fields, because I myself believe now really need something new when making original ideas. Need people from different field, need to combine multi-composition. We'll have surprising times. This is really fun because it's easy to understand. Maybe the one is making it's like the kind children's making device anti-idol. You put it on, it would have a sound itself. These little things have nicknames called the Lego toy for the iPad generation. If one participate more in such activities, you might understand more about these devices and some rules of the machine, and would understand more, and through these lessons can learn more things and make one some new things himself. Just now, the 3 people interviewed and the students sitting in the table have no music backgrounds at all, but it didn't disturb their fun play. Huang said he gradually can feel the development of incidents he can't plan is interesting too. The whole experience is incredible, and there are some things you can't plan, yes. So I have many ideas. So next step, what I'm going to do, but at the same time, what I'm learning, you will always have things falling down, coming to the middle. Actually, when it's a big environment, you still walk in the same road, but that road will actually become more and more interesting. What's important is the scenery on the path along. Only when one stepped on it, Huang encouraged everyone to move hands. Welcome back to Taiwan is my home. The Japanese husband and Taiwanese wife next, they provide delicious bread and dishes in the hostel, have gained reputation already. But this visit, then we know the couple ever have too shy to take money from customers. Now they too enjoy fun from different jobs and retirement. To make a good bunch of branch bread really need many work. 1,470 grams of French flour and standard measuring of flour and water. In the mixing process, the dough would heat up. Maeda insists to add icy water little by little to ensure the silky and well-distributed half. My way is bread dough under about 20 degrees, have to be under 20 degrees. So adding ice. Next is making the dough and waiting for fermentate. Maeda never feared troublesome things, using 4 hours for handmade French bread. Customers. Owner, it's delicious. Owner's bread is delicious. I'm happy to hear that, being more hardworking. Maeda, 72 years old until 65 years old, then started to make bread. It's not easy. This is not about age. Kyushu man from Japan never goes in the kitchen, but when Maeda decided to live hostel and learn to make bread for the first thing. Wife discussed about the hostel, opening hostel, but on the day of hostel's opening, had Japanese dinner and its Western breakfast in the morning. But I give customers, I like it. I give customers bread I like. So I learn bread. He is a responsible man. Then you tell him you take others' money, but there's nothing for customers. How would they think? He think that's reasonable. He had job morals on this. He really is a standard Japanese. Speaking of responsibility, Maeda has strong feelings. Being engineer for 40 years, become Japanese company's Taiwan branch CEO, chose to open hostel by making bread himself. Then he can feel the accomplishment of finishing a task. customers said delicious. But when engineers go to work, sell 1, 2, 3 billion. But our boss never thanked us. But when making this, customers of the hostel said delicious. He said, "Thank you, owner. So happy. I'm happy to see him." Encouragement is the biggest motivation. Of course, there's engineer's practicalness in here. If the shape of the bread is not right, it won't sell. Maida insists that it won't be sold. Textured bread become the main call in the hostel. One never imagined one who never cooks would take down certificate in a short time. Become the first foreigner taking down Taiwanese chef's license. It's hard on the test. When I had a simulation test, hard to take above 65, but taking 40 in the test, can't be done. Had to write. When it comes to real test, 85. Japanese kanji is the same with Taiwan. But on the test, if Japan don't have it, or it's not right, wrong is wrong. But in Taiwanese test, it would be a minus. Minus 0.2. You know, we don't do this in Japan. When facing difficulty, good that he's strongly supported by the one and owner, his wife Wang. 30 years ago, met Wang in Japan. Maida's going to be working for Taiwan then. But Wang actually just wanted to go out of Taiwan, a place that makes her sad. I just divorced then. I went to find my classmate, who was his worker then, in the bottom of life. Because my husband is divorced once also, he had a hard time that time too, so we both rely on each other, both don't have money. The two who just ended marriage each, after half a century met the right person in life, cherish this, fate that is hard to meet. Wang still accompanied Maida to Taiwan. Until 10 years ago, Maida put all the work to enjoy life with wife, their dream retirement. Golfing every day, but no need to be every day, just once a week. The time I have a big money, but this money is only enough for until 70 years old. But my mom that time lived well until 90 to 100. I have a long life DNA. How to live after 70, I have to consider with my wife. She loved to cook, so we decided to open a hostel. After 2 years retirement life, Wang suggested to open a hostel and a good environment in Hualien. When the wife opened, just started, wanted to be a big Japanese style, so must have tatami, 4.5 tatami. The design here is good, but just 5 rooms, only 3 in it. Then when customers request to arrange tatami rooms. First, just try to manage it 3 days a week, but discovered it is hard to have employees. And being decades of CEO, changing it to the service industry all of a sudden really made Maeda can't adapt at first. He then understand opening a second business in life is not that easy. When I started, I didn't know how to service. My wife said my service attitude is not good enough, very severe, because he is a manager himself, he never serviced others. So when we opened the first year, he feared He can't bear to talk with the customers, hid behind the counter and cashier, don't dare to take money. And the third year, he then learned to take the money. Sometimes customers didn't pay, already walked till the door. It's not that they don't give us money, we don't dare to talk. So everyone is like, oh, we too nervous said, did you take money yet? Oh, he said, no, I don't dare to take. Then we struggled and at last changing the customer, saying, excuse me, thinks he didn't take the money. Already felt embarrassed just by taking the money. Don't seek management and then. At first, Wang made dinner herself. The hospital provides one night stay and 2 meals. Dinner is exquisite Japanese cuisine. In early times, she always make to do it one job to do, just to make customers to have local kaiseki cuisine. Good that she don't help anymore. Big figures in the kitchen teaching junior in one hand. Don't forget to ask the Japanese cooking master here. He is her small son. When Yang had a long time not staying with parents, until senior high school, then at last the two family combined. At last the two family meant Maeda's son and twin brothers of Wang's. The 3 boys have to accept a new dad and mom, needed some psychological adaptation, and their rebellion times they're really opposed. Even ran away, went to live in friend's house, don't come back. Maybe mom felt sorry for us to live together. She really put a lot of efforts on us. Maeda see the 3 sons as the same. Severe, can't lack the manners they must have. Japanese. So dad was severe that time. Dad was branch CEO then, which means on the top. In the family too. When we come home, if coming back don't greet immediately to everyone saying I've came back, would be scolded. Maeda used actions to teach the children how to do things. When driving customer to eat in the restaurant, often suddenly have a sudden check. Taking every detail to account ever scared employees away. Corners not yet clean and the glass should be completely clean and the table have to wipe it when you see it, yes. Boss in our house seem not fierce when he's not, but when he is severe. So usually he's smiling, yes, like Grandpa Tantaki. In the employees' hearts, Maeda, who looked like Grandpa Kentucky, have changed his temper quite a lot. Family sad thanks to this furry pal. Hello. Is more gentle to everyone. After having this dog, he won't have time for us. He cares this dog. Only this dog listens to him, not us all. No. Though 72 years old is not young at all, Maeda is still full of spirit. Because opening hostel, learning how to make delicious French bread, learned how to face customers at 72, at last he loved his job, found his new way of life again. Our 2 guests today have the attitude and heart to do things well. They drew closer to their dreams, not relying on luck. We hope you found yours too and do it. Thank you for watching. See you next time.